Why do I feel more validated when a man says something to me about motherhood? Okay, I was watching The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives the other night. Don't judge me. I'm already judging myself. I got sucked in. To be honest, I thought it was going to be like a cult docuseries, and I got sucked in. So here we are. But I was watching the latest season, and the roles kind of flipped. The moms are out doing their thing. They're building businesses. They're on Dancing with the Stars, The Bachelorette. Like they're like living in their season right now. And the dads are staying at home with the kids. And the dads were talking about it because one was like struggling, and the other dad was like, "You can lose yourself staying at home with the kids, and you need to have an outlet, bro." And I was like, "Yeah, yeah." But then I had the second thought of, why did this hit so much harder coming from him? I've heard women say the same thing. I've been validated by other women. I've been validated by my own husband before, like especially if he's been watching the kids and I come home and he's like, "Oh my gosh, wow, that, like, how do you do that all day?" And it's not even that I need the validation, but it's like when it happens, it just feels like relief. Like, oh, it's not just me. I'm not crazy. Like, this is hard. And I think part of it is that when someone who didn't originally see it for how hard it is actually finally experiences it, it lands differently. It's like this delayed recognition that hits stronger, almost like correction. Because there's this quiet thought of like, I don't think people fully get what I'm doing. So when they finally do, it feels bigger than normal validation. And I think there's also something subtle happening here when it's like, when a mom says it's hard, it's expected. But when a dad says it almost feels like more official. Like, oh, okay, so it's actually hard. Not because it's more valid, but just conditioning maybe. I don't know. That part is interesting to me. But what really stuck out to me was the outlet piece. Because, yeah, you can't lose yourself in this. And I've felt that, especially in the beginning. Like, it's not even dramatic, it's just constant. Like, your whole mental space gets completely consumed. And I've realized I need outlets too. But that is so much harder than what it actually sounds like. At first, in like the newborn phases, I was really into audiobooks. And honestly, it just kind of kept me awake for those night feeds. And then somehow I ended up watching reality TV. Here we are, Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, which I used to judge so hard. And now I'm like, oh, I get it. Because it's not even just an escape. Sometimes it actually helps you process things and move through experiences. Like it pulls you out of whatever you're stuck in emotionally and gives you something else to move through. So maybe it's a distraction, maybe it's an escape, and maybe it's an actual tool. I don't know. But I do know this. You can lose yourself staying at home with kids or getting wrapped up in, being a mom. And you need something that's yours. And not things that are like self-care that you need to be doing anyways, like exercising and being out in nature and having alone time, having your own space. Those are important things too. And those can be outlets, but something that is just yours for you. And maybe needing that isn't a problem, but it is easier said than done. I don't know. I just thought that was interesting. Curious if you've noticed that as well. This was another echo in the eye of the storm.